And I want to welcome you to the first of many Obama Foundation town halls that we're going to be planning around the world. Hello to everybody who is watching on obama.org. It is wonderful to be back in India and back in Delhi. Almost 3 years ago, I had the tremendous honor of being the first American president to join for Republic Day. I will say my most vivid memory was those acrobats on the motorcycles. Those guys were amazing. A little over 7 years ago, my first stop on a visit to Asia was here, and I had the privilege to address your parliament. In 2009, I recognized India at the White House with my first state dinner, and we danced some Bhangra. And, we have had Diwali celebrations in the White House every year that I was there. And all of this is because, as I said in a speech that I gave this morning, India and the United States have so much in common. The U.S. is home, of course, to millions of Indian Americans, and their proud heritage is, at the same time, combined with an incredible contribution that they make in every field in the United States. Both of our countries are hugely diverse. And we've got different languages and different backgrounds and different ethnicities and different faiths. But what we also have in common is a set of values that we believe in deeply. And I believe that the partnership between the world's oldest democracy and the world's largest democracy could be a defining partnership of the 21st century. Now, I also believe that charting the course for that better future is going to depend on all of you. It's going to depend on young people. There are all sorts of things that I care about, all sorts of specific issues that I'm going to continue to work on, and I plan to lend my voice to focus the rest of my career on. I'll be out there advocating on behalf of doing something about climate change and doing something about inequality and making sure that women are getting the same opportunities as men and fighting against, there you go, and fighting against the forces of discrimination and tribalism and racism. But the single most important thing that I want to focus on is lifting up and identifying and working with and training the next generation of leadership, not just in the United States, but all around the world. And that's really the central goal of our foundation. It's going to be based in Chicago, my hometown, but we want to have projects, programs, partnerships, and digital networks everywhere. And I'm not just lending my name to the foundation, I'm going to be an active part of it. This year I've already met with young people like yourselves in Germany, in Indonesia, in Brazil, and then we had our first ever Obama Foundation Summit in Chicago. And I don't want to speak too long because I want to spend most of our time on questions, and Anshul is going to help to moderate it. But I did want to mention the reason I thought it was so important to do something in India. You've got the largest population of young people in the world. And that's a lot, so we might as well start big. We've already identified some remarkable young leaders who are doing extraordinary things here in India, authors, athletes, artists, entrepreneurs, civic leaders from all across the country. We've got activists who are working on everything from education to gender equality to climate change. A couple of young leaders were recently with us in Chicago, and I just want to acknowledge them. Trisha Shetty started, where is she? There she is. Did you have fun in Chicago? Oh, see there, now, I didn't call on her to say that, but thank you. But Trisha started an organization called She Says, aimed at educating and empowering men and women to take action against sexual abuse. Also joining us in Chicago was Sanchana Krishnan, who works with communities to destigmatize mental health issues through the power of personal storytelling. Where's, There you are, there you are. And here in India, we've got young leaders like Kuldeep Dantewadia, who's building, where's Kuldeep? There he is. He's building this country's first, what he calls, Solve Squad of 17,500